Do you shoot both photos and videos for your wedding business? Then I highly recommend the G2 Tamron lens, and here's why. Check this out. What's up guys, Myung here. I am so excited that finally a third-party company like Tamron decided to up their game and make lenses that are just as good as the Nikon and Canon lenses, but at half the price. And on top of that, they also look beautiful and make your gears look very professional. I own the previous Tamron version, including some Sigma brands, but they always felt and looked very cheap. I just told myself that I'm getting what I paid for. I was never really that impressed with them, but at the same time, I did appreciate the price and the decent image quality. The Tamron G2 lenses are even $100 cheaper than the older models, but look and feel so expensive. Definitely way better quality than what you paid for this time around. So if you shoot with a full sensor Nikon or Canon, the must-have lenses when you're shooting weddings or any events is the 24-70 f2.8, the 70-200 f2.8, and any prime lenses of your choice from 35mm, 50mm, and 85mm. I have the Tamron's 35mm 1.8. Check out the comparison with the VC off and VC on. Now, if you buy the Nikon's version of those lenses, that's gonna cost you about $6,000. But if you get the Tamron G2 versions, that'll cost you $3,000. Okay, so the main reason why you want to get the Tamron G2 lenses is because they all have VC, vibration compensation, which in the video world that's called stabilization. The VCs are so much better than the previous models. This is useful when shooting photos in dim places, but definitely needed if you want to handhold your camera when shooting film so you don't get that jittery video. Now you definitely don't want to use your kit lenses that has the aperture of 3.5 to 5.5. You need that 2.8 aperture for hotel rooms, ballrooms, and any evening or night shots. Now if your lens doesn't have any VC or stabilization, you don't want to hold it in your hands. You're gonna get that jittery video. And you might not be able to tell by the small screen in the back of your camera, but if you look at it in the computer or TV, you could definitely see that small jitteriness without that VC. Now with the VC, vibration compensation, you can handhold it without any tripod and you could get steady, clean shot. It's not perfect, so you still need to be very steady with your shots. I love Tamron for putting VC in their prime lenses. I mean, it blew my mind that finally prime lenses have a built-in stabilization. Before their 35mm 1.8, I always had to use a shoulder mount or a monopod to use prime lenses in weddings. But now you can just handhold it and get clean shots. Definitely a game changer. I have different techniques on holding the camera if I didn't want to use a shoulder mount or a tripod. So I could be more mobile and less obtrusive, like pulling it on your neck with your neck strap or making a triangle with your arms to be more steady. But now I can simply just hold it on my hand and just be steady like this and get a decent quality non-shaky video. Tamron has a 35mm 1.8, 45mm 1.8, and the 85mm 1.8. all with VC. Now the quality of the image isn't as sharp as Nikon or Canon brand, but if you pixel peep, but it's really close. I used to have the older Tamron 24-70 and the 70-200, but the focus wasn't as fast and accurate, and I didn't like that gold ring around the lens. Also, the build quality just felt cheap since it was made out of plastic, but the G2 versions are made out of metal, or at least it feels like metal, and they look super nice and feel so good in your hands. The focus is quieter, smoother, faster in a fraction of a second, but that's a big difference when you're shooting a wedding and if you're trying to capture someone laughing or crying before that moment disappears in an instant. So if you do both photos and videos and searching which lens to buy, don't think any longer. Get the Tamron G2 lenses. I have the links to Amazon below. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and please hit the subscription button below, and thanks for stopping by.